Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So we want to cover quickly what we talked about yesterday, and then we want to talk about where things should be heading next. Seems like the market wants to push higher. We are still likely in wave 4, especially as the immediate downside setup has been invalidated. That gives us very crucial insights for how it should continue to move in the coming weeks. So remember, in the last couple of videos, we talked about this support area where we expected the price to at least show some kind of a reaction and to turn around. This happened. Yeah, so it was a nice turning space, like a nice turning point, trend reversal area. And we expected the price to get into this region at least to watch, do we get a reaction here to follow through to the downside? Then we would have started to track this as primary scenario. The move down to another low into the region around $1.50. I take that off the chart because this has just been invalidated with a gap to the upside. So now we have some clarity. Did mention to you yesterday that we expect the move higher, but I'm fairly neutral about whether we get a rejection or we push higher. So that's very important to understand, because this was just a little bit of a moment where we said, okay, we just need to see what's happening now, because this move down didn't really fit into the overall picture. So we have to take a step back, let the market decide. Now we've got a decision, and now we just carry on, right? So we should still push higher in the fourth wave, which was the original expectation. However, then we got this stronger move down, which means something didn't really fit in. So I can give you my best view now of the overall diagonal pattern that's unfolding here. A wave up, B wave down, C wave to the upside. This C wave now, we need to relabel it a little bit, and that has to do with the Fibonacci extensions. So we just want to make sure that they are all going according to plan. So best I can tell you, let me just adjust that. Best I can tell you is the following. First of all, if we deal here with a diagonal, it would have to be some kind of a diagonal structure. Yeah. So in the overall still bearish scenario, in which we expect short-term higher prices, which has now been confirmed due to the gap up, we would see this here as a wave 1, this here as a wave 2, this low in August, and the move in the wave 3. Where is the wave 3 in all of this? So now 1, 2. I would argue that wave 3 is likely still unfolding, okay? And it could reach the area between $3.57 and $3.93. This is what I'm watching now in a wave 3. Then we should still get a 4 and a 5. It's my best view of this diagonal pattern. The reason is otherwise I don't really get it all sorted here properly with the fib levels. In a diagonal, a third wave should reach, in an ideal world, the 1.236 extension, sometimes the 1.38, and in a more extreme case, the 1.618 extension. And in this wave count, this here would have been an A wave, this here a B wave, and this a C wave. So these are the next levels to watch, these fib extensions that I gave you. And let me just change the color here. Yeah, and then we should get a 4 and a 5, and that could complete wave C of 4. So we still expect higher based on today's price action. Now, could something more bullish play out? Yes, for sure. I mean, because this is a 5-wave move to the upside, after we've got 5 waves up, we can add a support area onto the chart for a bullish scenario, okay? So once we have really clear 5 waves up complete, we can call that also a wave 1, and then we're watching for a corrective pullback. If the move down will be corrective afterwards, we're gonna flip bullish completely. If the move down goes, doesn't hold a certain support level, then we'll just play out the expectation that we should still see another low. Literally, I think the next couple of weeks or so should really be very decisive here now. We've got another breakout of the channel. We had it before. So there is still space in this scenario. So it will depend on how these structures now complete. Also here, when we talk about, okay, this was an A wave, this was a B wave, I mean, we can also look at what is the ideal length for the C wave. That's just another way of measuring targets. And oftentimes we'd be watching for the 1-to-1 ratio here. And that should take us to, yeah, $3.90 basically. So there's a good overlap with other fib levels around $3.90. If you ask me, I think I would target that level next. And then when we get there, I can add support for 4, and the 5 might be the last move up in this cycle before we get a stronger correction down. But I'll keep you updated. That's at least what I can see right now. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, intraday updates as well as regular updates about stocks, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.